Okay, every new car, but these two cars in particular. Let's start with the Mustang, basically unchanged for new model year, even though Christened S SIX FIFTY, largely the same as the S550. Heavy with a terrible MT82 and an awesome 5-liter V8. As you see, some of them are posted below MSRP, which what does that even mean these days? Seems like an arbitrary price. This was also including automatics. Most manuals are priced in the 50s, believe it or not. Now some completely bare bone models look to be in the low 40s, but that's still a lot for a car that didn't really get much in terms of changes and updates for this new generation. So instead, here's what you could do. You could go and look up a Mustang. If you're so into it, you still can get a 5-liter. You can get the same shitty MT82 transmission. And believe it or not, and this is all jokes aside, they're not bad. These S197s, especially if you look at a 13, 14, actually pretty decent interior. But look at this one. Look at this blue one that I find over here. That one right there. Now, it's got some miles on it, but, you know, I've owned a couple of these, two actually, and they were both very reliable. Still same whiny MT82. But honestly, for 18 grand, a fraction, well, this is 19, but you could probably negotiate, a fraction of what the new one costs. This is not that far off. And also the solid rear axle, no matter what anyone says, does not make that much difference in these heavy cars. Yes, it'll ride better and probably corner better on a bumpy track, but honestly, for the price difference, I'll get this 10 times out of 10. And now the whole reason why I wanted to make this video. You know where I'm going. I'm going to click Honda. I'm going to click Civic Type R. And I'm going to see prices that are MSRP. And when you call, you're going to find out, as most people do, that they actually do not sell for MSRP still. Some people, believe it or not, are paying 60s for these things, 70s apparently on the West Coast for a Civic. Now, unlike the regular Civic, the new gen, the Type R is made in Japan, which is nice. It's probably better built. Nice car. It's a little on the bigger side, and, you know, unlike the Hondas of the past, it's got a turbo and very, very nice, you know, but 50s, 60s, and God forbid 70s. I mean, if you're into the front wheel drive formula, don't you want to have a high revving, naturally aspirated, you know, Honda? So instead, go to Marketplace. I'm only going to Marketplace because I couldn't find one on a real site. But what you would probably want is something more like this. And again, a fraction of the price. You could probably buy 5 or 6 of these for the price of a new Type R. You get a K20, I believe, in these, not a 24. So revs out real nice. With some mods, it's going to sound really good if you don't cheap out on the exhaust and the intake setup. Going to be dead reliable. These ones, I believe, don't quote me on this. Ooh, nice. These ones, I believe, do come with LSD from the factory. Of course, it does have miles. Of course, it's old. Of course, there's a check engine light. But come on, man. $8,000, $8,500, whatever this is, versus 50s and debt. You know better.